Have you ever tried to send an important email only to be stopped by an error message? It can be incredibly frustrating, right? If you've encountered the mailgun error about Sandbox Subdomains, you're in the right place. Today, we're going to break down what that error means and how to resolve it. I totally understand how annoying it is when you're ready to communicate something important and a technical hiccup gets in the way. You're definitely not alone in this. Many users face this issue when working with Mailgun. Here's the specific situation we're looking at. One user recently asked, "What does the Mailgun error mean when I try to send a message?" They received a status code of 400, along with a message stating that Sandbox subdomains are for test purposes only. Sound familiar? Let's dive into this together. So, what does this error actually mean? Essentially, Mailgun is telling you that you're trying to send an email from a Sandbox domain, which is only meant for testing. To send emails successfully, you'll need to use your own verified domain or add the recipient's address to your authorized list in the account settings. And stick around, I have a quick tip at the end that will help you avoid this issue in the future. To resolve the Mailgun error, the user should first understand that the message indicates they are trying to send an email using a Sandbox domain. Sandbox domains are intended for testing purposes only. Next, the user needs to add their own domain to Mailgun. This involves verifying the domain ownership and configuring the DNS settings as instructed by Mailgun. Alternatively, if the user wants to continue using the Sandbox domain, they can add recipient email addresses to the authorized recipients list in the Mailgun account settings. After completing these steps, the user should be able to send emails without encountering the Sandbox domain error. It's important to test the setup by sending a message to an authorized recipient. Fun fact, did you know that the term sandbox in tech refers to a safe environment where you can play around without affecting the real world? Just like a child's sandbox, it's all about safe exploration. Now let's look at the answers provided by other users. One user shares their experience with this issue. They suggest that when testing with a sandbox, you should add the authorized recipients. Additionally, they recommend copying the sandbox name to use as your domain. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. One user suggests logging into your Mailgun account and checking the logs section for details on the failed email delivery. This will show you the full error message and additional information. They also mention that the issue might be due to forgetting to add the specific email address to the list of authorized recipients. Let's check out another perspective from a different user. One user shared an important side note. After adding your email to the authorized recipients, you must also verify your email address. They almost missed this step thinking the email was just commercial, but they kept receiving the error until they agreed to the verification. That's the end of that answer. Let's see another perspective. One user faced the same Mailgun error and found a solution. First, they added an email to the authorized recipients. You can find the steps for this in the Mailgun Help Center. Second, when entering the from and to email addresses, they emphasized not to use quotation marks. Here's that quick tip I promised. Always verify your domain before sending important emails. This simple step can save you from a lot of headaches down the line. And there you have it. You should now understand the Mailgun Sandbox error and how to resolve it. Remember, verifying your domain is key to smooth email communication. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button for more tips, and don't miss our next video where we tackle common email issues.